Hey guys, and welcome back. We're playing Horror Romance, a horror dating simulator. My name is Myriad Roses. I play video games. Clearly, as you can see, it's a dating sim where you date like the horror icons of the past. I find that very interesting. So let's get started. Before we begin, there are some things I should tell you about myself. What's my name? It's Rose. My name is Rose. What are my pronouns? She, her. My name is Rose, and my pronouns are she, her. Is this correct? Yes. I hope there's not any jump scares, but it's daytime, so if I do freak out, it's alright. Arrival at Amityville. No, stay away from me. Come here, you little whore. I said get away from me. Same dream as always. I doubt I'll ever get to sleep without nightmares. I blink and scratch my eyelids. I gotta remind myself not to sleep on a moving bus. I got a headache and maybe a concussion for every time my head's hit the window while sleeping. I search inside my backpack for my phone. I need to know what time it is and check for notifications. You turn on their phone and see two new messages. The first one is from Mr. Torrance. Rose, please contact me whenever you arrive to Amityville. Everything's set up. If you want, I could come for you. I prefer not owning anything to my landlord just yet. Owing, my bad. I can't read. We know this. Thanks for caring, but I'll go to the cafe before heading to the apartment. I gotta sort out all the purchase paperwork. Oh my god! I forgot. I think you read a coffee shop in this. Rose slides into the next messages from one new waitress, Carrie. I'm really grateful for this opportunity. I'll be at the cafe tomorrow by 7 o'clock. Thanks, Carrie. Please don't worry too much, okay? It's just a waitressing gig. We'll work on the cafe later. I spent all night inside a bus. Now I gotta get to the cafe, then the new apartment, and then unpack. My body hurts. I'd kill for a frappuccino right now. The old owner finally retired after signing a never-ending contract to buy a new cafe. I've been behind bars for the last few years, and I've gone through many jobs, oh my god, saving to finally get my own business. And finally, now that I'm the owner, I feel happy. I would say happy. Quite accomplished. After all I've worked for these past few years, having a business will definitely make things better. I stopped distracting, I think, like, spacing out, and grab my suitcases to go home. I choose to get home after a tiring day. I still can't believe I'm here. So far away from my old home, away from Mom, and far away from my stepdad. Just remembering makes me have a stomachache. Sometimes I wonder if killing him was really worth it. Ooh, this is interesting. I really thought we were going to find a girl, so this is even cooler. Shit, sun's barely rising. I gotta get up already. I get out of bed, questioning my life choices. After a bit, I get up and go to my small kitchen. I open up the fridge, just a few things I got last night to eat. I've got to do some actual grocery shopping. I take a few cheese slices and some butter. I'll make a light breakfast to get to work. I quickly eat my food while dressing and rushing into the door, shrieking when I find my landlord right in front of me. I would shriek looking at the guy too. Oh my god, it's Jack! I just realized who he is. It's cute. Good day to you too. Just wanted to check how the new tenant was doing. Creepy guy. I'm fine. How did you know? I didn't. I just came to check up on you and you opened the door before I knocked. Oh, yeah, I understand. Well, to be honest, I'm in a hurry. I've got to set up everything for the cafe's reopening. The old cafe? You bought it? Well, that's a nice surprise. I'm glad you're an entrepreneur. Does it have a new name? Yeah, it's... Ooh, Myriad of Coffee, obviously. Wait. Myriad of Caffeine. Yeah. No! Fine. Can I spell today? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's Myriad of Coffee. That's a nice name. Well, maybe I'll pass through and take a coffee later. Good luck. That's kind of sweet. Yeah, thanks. I'm off now, Mr. Torrance. Gosh, I hope he doesn't... This guy gives me the chills. The chills. I finally step into the street. Before going to the cafe, I have to go to the supermarket and buy a few things I need. As I step away from the apartment building, I start to feel something odd. That feeling of being watched. Nevertheless, when I look on both sides in search of a person, I realize there's no one in the streets. Maybe my paranoia is back. I quick walk down the street, uneasy. Thanks to the GPS, I get to the supermarket. I take everything I need, milk, almond milk, vanilla, cocoa, etc. And a treat for myself, of course, a chocolate bar. I get out of the market with my shopping items, realizing that the sun is slowly rising above the horizon. Thanks to being distracted, I didn't notice someone in front of me and bump into what feels like a brick wall. He just out with his mask on? That's crazy. When I look up, I see a really big guy using a weird and worn-out hockey mask. I feel shivers down my spine while seeing him. He doesn't say anything, just stares. After a bit, I realize he's not looking at me, but at the chocolate bar on my hand. Oh, I get it. He wants some. Of course I'll share my chocolate. I left my bags on the floor because I have no safety in my mind to stay alive, ever. Oh my god. I have this thing where if you're nice to me, it's hard for me to be rude. So I had this random dude one day like walk up to me and be like, "Can I have a hug?" And I just let him. No safety, no brain. I get up with both of my hands. I break the chocolate bar into two. Here, sharing won't kill me. The guy tilts his head, looking at the chocolate for a few seconds. He accepts and proceeds to move his hands in a paused and gentle manner. I'm surprised when I notice he's mute and quickly realize what he's saying. It's sign language. I then move my hands to answer, "You're welcome." Is it this one? I think so. One of the many things I learned in prison thanks to the free time. Now I'm glad I learned it in a way. Finally, I grab my things and leave the big guy behind. I get to the cafe and find someone at the doorstep. For her appearance, I knew it. She was my new waitress, Carrie. Oh, she's cute. I mean, I know where she's from, obviously, but I like her art. That's cute. Oh, you must be Rose. I'm sorry. I got here too early. Should I come back later or... Don't worry. Actually, it's quite convenient. I have to set up everything, and cleaning was going to take a long time. Could you take care of that? Yeah, right away. Carrie quickly stepped inside as I opened the door. I told her where the cleaning tools were while I went behind the bar, setting the groceries up. I grind the coffee, put the beans inside the sleeve, and set up the cups in an accessible place. I place all the pastries and desserts on the shelf next to the counter. And when I'm done, I was in front of an impeccable cafe. Carrie even placed the tablecloths on each table. Weird. Do we have any of those? Wow, Carrie, what a quick worker. Thank you. I guess we can open up early. It was nothing. I'm a good cleaner. I'll change. Carrie went behind the bar and put on her apron. Meanwhile, I hang up the open sign. I had already put the advertisement in the newspaper alongside a coupon, and I had the advantage of the cafe being right in front of a park. I come back to the bar, approaching Carrie. While we wait, I want to explain to her how to use an espresso machine. Have you ever tried one of these? Sorry, I haven't. I've never had something like that. She almost had a heart attack when she's had to say no. I just nodded. Easy, you don't have to worry about not knowing. It's okay. Not everyone knows about this. Let me explain. I taught Carrie the basics about coffee, fill with water, put coffee on the portafilter, and showed her how to level up the coffee. I level out, maybe? Then I put the portafilter back and finally started the machine. Voila, just like that. Wow, I thought it'd be harder. The machine won't be a problem. What will be hard is the service itself. Serving coffee can be easy, but it's got its tricks. Now memorize the menu and the ingredients. A client arrived, so I tell Carrie to bring them to the coffee once it's done. I get closer to the bar, noticing a dark-haired tall man, his most noteworthy feature being a metallic hand. If you're wondering about some of the typos, it was translated, I'm pretty sure from Spanish because it started off in Spanish, so go easy on it, it's fine. Welcome to Myriad of Coffee. Did you know it's not myriad of, it's myriad, I'm myriad of roses. It should be myriad roses, but that sounds dumb to me. That's why I keep throwing in the of, but it's technically wrong, so. What can I offer you? Oh my god, my favorite. Look at that, the old shithole's reopened, and with a hottie serving, too. Last owner looked like he got a stick up his ass. The man laughed. I don't know if I should laugh or raise an eyebrow. I didn't get to know him much. I only do coffee. That's all I'm expecting. Well, give me an Americano with whiskey. What? We don't have that in our menu. Come on, you can't have good coffee without whiskey. I ain't a pussy. You don't have a good bottle in there? Give him an alcohol-free Americano. Yeah. Nope, I don't have permission to serve alcohol. You can add it by yourself. God damn it. You can sit down if you wish. Your coffee's on the way. It's okay, I'll wait here. I'm in a hurry. I make his coffee, serve it in a cup, and hand it to him. The man takes his cup, still having a sour expression, and sips the coffee. His face changes and relaxes once he does. Whoa, it actually tastes quite good. I'll keep stopping by. Next time I'll bring my whiskey. Here you go, dollface, your pay and your tip. He takes my hand and puts something in it besides the pay, closing it. It's for good luck, trust me. I wouldn't want anything happening to my new favorite barista. This town's weird and quite dangerous, so watch your back. He pats my hand and walks away with his cup of coffee, humming a tune. What do you think he's humming? Like an old show tune? Metallica? I look at the strange man walking away. My eyes direct themselves to my still closed hand, doubtful. When I open it, I find the freakiest shit I've seen in years. It was a fucking dry, severed finger. I was unable to tell if it was real or fake. I look at the door. Without knowing what the hell all that was about, I hear Carrie approaching me, so I hurry, putting the fingers in my pocket and the money on the register. Our first client, how much was it? I noticed some childish happiness coming from her, and I couldn't help but smile. An amazing $1.25. She noticed I was kidding and laughed shyly. Good enough to retire, right? I laughed, realizing the joke still ongoing. At that moment, I noticed an abrupt change in Carrie's attitude. Then the bell chimed once again. Before looking at the door, I looked at Carrie's face. At first, she was surprised to see who'd entered. Then her face changed into discomfort. Oh no, it's her. It's who? I turned around and looked at the door to see who it was. While I heard Carrie running away into the storage room, I just see a blonde young girl, dressed in a fancy branded clothing. She got quite the unfriendly face. Her nose was wrinkled, almost as if she smelled something awful. Another stupid town cafe. Beg your pardon? I want a foam-free Trenta latte, 5 decaffeinated shots, pumpkin essence, and no foam, 208 degrees. I blink, not getting this kid's attitude. I immediately realize this is one of those rich and entitled kids. We all hate those. Great, my favorite kind of people to talk to. It's dangerous to serve coffee that hot. You could get burned. I'm sorry, are you deaf? I didn't ask for advice. I asked for coffee. Don't question and do your damn job. I take a deep breath and grit my teeth. Decline. Ask her to leave. Get the fuck out of here. I'm sorry. We don't have that on the menu. And it's irresponsible to make coffee at that temperature. What? How can you not have Trenta latte? What kind of rundown cafe is this? We just opened, and we don't have pumpkin essence. I don't know where we could get it. What a tragedy. Actually, the pumpkin essence is right below the counter, unopened. I refuse to make her coffee. Life's shown me that things are asked with respect and education, and this rich girl's got none of them. You're doing it on purpose. Do you know who I am? I'm Chanel Oberlin. My dad's the mayor. I'll make your fucking excuse of a cafe shut down. You'll end up on the street. They can shut down my cafe for not having pumpkin essence? She pierces my soul with her eyes. She doesn't appreciate my tone at all, but I just smile. You think you're so smart, huh? I'll make you regret this. She turns around, almost hitting me with her blonde hair, and walks away. Her angered heels hit the floor with each step, making her presence known. Thank you for visiting. Come back soon. I'm so sorry. Chanel scares me to death. I hid in the storage room. Don't worry, I can see why. I saw everything. Well, almost everything. You're so brave. She says it with admiration. Can I read? I shrug it off, not taking note of it. When you've been in prison and lived what I've lived, it takes more than a whimsy entitled blonde to scare you. People can only intimidate you if you let them, Carrie. Now, come on, we gotta organize some stuff back there. We didn't get many more customers, just a few. But at least Carrie and I haven't been lazy. And most of the storage room is fully organized now. I'm a bit tired. Yeah, it's been a busy first day. Now we just gotta take the tables back in and close. Ask Carrie to please turn the sign from open to closed, and she does. She comes back with me to arrange the chairs until she remembers she left her bag in the storage room, going back for it. When I think the first day's over, I hear the door open and the bell chime. Someone entered the cafe. That's just my luck. I don't know how to do his voice, but we have the same hair, which I find funny. I'm so lucky. I got here just in time. A hot caramel macchiato with double vanilla, and don't go too small with the caramel. I raised an eyebrow looking at him. A short, red-headed boy with scars on his face. This town sure is full of interesting people. He kind of looks like a doll. Or is that just my imagination? He leaned on the counter and is now waiting for me to move. He doesn't seem too embarrassed to arrive at the last second to buy a coffee. Sorry, but we're closed already. Isn't he a bit too small to consume caffeine? Oh, my bad. Didn't see the sign. You're gonna serve anyway, though, right? Client's always right. Yeah, we'll give him his coffee for now. This is the first day. We'll piss off one person today. I sigh and go to the bar. It's not that I think the client's always right, but after such a hard day, I don't want more trouble. Now I get why the last owner was so bitter. Making the caramel macchiato took less than I thought, with a boy's indications. It looks like he isn't taking his eye off me while I'm preparing the drink, like he's making sure it's just how he wants it. I place the coffee in front of him, on the bar. His mouth changes into a big grin without looking away from me, his huge blue eyes piercing my soul. At least it seems he likes what he sees, whatever it is that he's seeing. Here you go. The redhead takes the glass and sips. A few seconds later, he nods, pleased. I feel the sugar kicking in already. Ideal for a long night. He laughs in a quiet, unique manner, winking at me and handling the exact amount of money. He continues drinking the coffee without moving at all, like he owns the place and time doesn't matter. Excuse me. We were closing, as I was saying. Oh, yeah, right. I get your hint. Don't be so grumpy, you'll grow wrinkles. It'll be a shame to ruin such a pretty face. Well, he didn't get the paper glass hint. Wait, is the little guy flirting with me? Blech. I'm left speechless for a few seconds, which he uses to turn around and walk to the door without any worries. I found my bag. We can go. Why do you seem so tired all of a sudden? I rub my eyes. I probably look like shit, which is exactly how I feel at the moment. Forget it. Let's go. I'm walking back home after closing up the cafe with Carrie. The girl is really sweet, but I think she lacks courage. She reminds me of me when I was younger. Maybe, on the inside, I'm a bit jealous of her innocence. Although I'm distracted, my senses are still keen. I can't stop feeling someone looking at me from the back. From behind me, I think. Yeah? Is my paranoia kicking in? No, it's not my imagination. I'm hearing footsteps. I don't want to go home with someone following. They'll know where I live, and it can only get worse from there. Why is everything happening today? I can't stand it. I'm at my goddamn limit. Although my common sense tells me I should run away, I stop walking and look behind me. As I thought, there's no one there. But after hearing someone walking behind me, I'm certain I'm not alone. Hi, mamas. I don't have the big chair anymore. Hi, Pee-Pee. Oh, perfect. I already heard you, so come on out of hiding. Stop fooling around. There was a certain movement from inside the shadows. A tall and slender silhouette gets closer, and I tense up. I really wanted to believe it was just my imagination, but... Sorry, my cat's in the way. Wow, I didn't expect you to notice my presence. Most never do if I don't want you to, you know? I didn't read that well, sorry. The silhouette gets closer to the light between us, which reveals a man in a dark leather jacket, black pants, and a mask covering his face. Gotta admit, this is the first time it happens, but there is always a first time. Technically, you just took my stalking virginity. I stay quiet. I'd already had a bad day today with Chanel and the weird doll. Having an encounter with a masked freak was only making it worse. I don't know what you want, but I'm not in the mood. Please, leave me alone. I wish it was that easy. The masked man makes a theatrical gesture, placing one hand on his chest and the other facing me. But sadly for you, catching me by surprise has caught my attention, so no, I won't leave you alone. My eye twitches. I'm definitely about to lose my patience, the little sanity I have left, and everything else. Although I can leave you for the moment in exchange for one simple question. Okay, fine. I sigh while pinching the bridge of my nose. I really want to go back home as soon as possible, so I better just play along. All right, you win. Ask me whatever you want. Great. I'm glad you cooperate. All right, the question is, what's your favorite horror movie? Just that? This freak just wants to know my favorite horror movie? Mama Cat, stop. I think about it before answering, but the answer is easy. Wow, that's all my options are? That's crazy. I guess we'll just say Saw. I don't know. I don't want to live in Saw, though. What is the answer? The correct answer, I would say. Probably Halloween would be the correct answer. Come on, miss. Come in. Sit in my lap. There you go. I normally sit in the bigger chair, so she fits with me, but... Okay, let's save. Let's say Saw. Saw, the one with the jigsaw doll. I watched it when I'm bored. The masked man starts to laugh like he's been told a joke. What a sadist. Alright, you're okay for now. I also like it. He says goodbye, still cackling. Last thing I see before he turns around is him winking at me. Wait, how did a mask wink at me? I pretend to forget about it, as you do. I better just go home before stumbling with another freak asking what my favorite Disney movie is or some shit. I keep on walking, try not to think too much about what just happened. I am so done with today that I just want to go home, refresh myself with a shower, and sleep. I stop walking when I see a big figure obscuring the apartment building's door. The uneasy feeling returns. Please, no more freaks. Either way, when I realize he's smoking right beside my window, the doubts turn into anger. If I was already having a shit day, this was what truly was going to make me snap. Seems like the man realized my expression changed. He stopped inhaling the smoke. Huh. Find another place to smoke. Get out of here. Can you smoke somewhere else? That window's besides mine and it goes into my living room. I don't like the scent of tobacco. To be honest, I wasn't kind in the slightest, but who could blame me? The last thing I need is going into my apartment and smelling someone's smoke. He doesn't answer, but he does put out the cigarette against the sole of one of his heavy boots. He adjusts his masks and... Wait, why does he wear a mask? What is with everyone in masks? This was definitely the weirdest encounter I've had today. I don't know, all the masks would make me very, afraid. My door opens with a click and I enter my apartment, leaning my back on the door to close it. I sigh, relaxing. Finally at home. I'm hungry, but I don't have enough energy to prepare something to eat. I go to the kitchen and grab some cookies I bought. Headed to my room and throwing myself on the bed. I feel heavier as the tension leaves my body, relaxing every muscle. What an absurdly stressful day. What kind of madmen live around here? It's like a cheap movie. I eat some cookies and fall asleep as soon as I take my pants off in bed. Me. When I worked at the bank, I would just open the front door, take off my clothes, and just fall asleep. I open my eyes, looking around startled. I can't recognize where I am, but it's cold. I hear strange, metallic sounds from a place out of view. I get up from the ground, scanning my surroundings. I must be dreaming. I start to walk around the place. I can feel the cold, rusty metal under my feet. This feels too real. I start to doubt if this is actually a dream. Maybe it's not a dream after all. I can hear a small girl humming in the distance. I can feel shivers down my spine. Ooh. But I don't feel the fear I should. I search for the voice's origin, but I can't seem to find it. Instead, now I'm hearing a deep, raspy laugh. I can hear that too. The cackling feels closer. No, this is a dream. I know it is. I can't just suddenly appear somewhere so horrifying. I can hear steps getting closer and the scraping of two metal objects growing closer. We're gonna fight. Wait, let me save. Defend yourself. Get out of my dream! Mamas. I scream. More angry than scared. I turn around to see where the noise was coming from. I manage to see a silhouette in the darkness. It's wearing a hat and a glove with a sharp blade at the end of each finger. He stops on his feet when hearing my voice. By the way, his head is tilted. He seems confused. By the way, his head is tilted. What? Oh my god, they are coming for me fast now. The sound of heavy breathing startles my body forward and makes me sit. It's the neighbor. It was that neighbor. He looks at me with that strange mask, just like before in front of the building. Looking down, I saw something that made my blood run cold. He had a knife on his hand, and its shiny blade was the last thing I ever saw before being swallowed by darkness. What? Bad end already? Oh my god. Wait. We will appreciate this later. I'm trying to get back to my ending. To all our patrons. That's cute. Okay. You'll get your credit time at the end. I do like the colors palette in this game. It's my aesthetic. Pink but dark. Chapter 4 coming soon. That one. Ask him who he is. Let's do that. Who are you? The stranger adjusts the mask he's wearing, the cigarette in his hand still lit. The message is clear. He doesn't want to talk. Rude. Should have told him to stick the cigarette up his... Michael. Unexpectedly, he finally spoke. I remain silent, waiting to see if he keeps talking, but since he doesn't open his mouth, I'm in charge of carrying the conversation. Sorry, I'm giggling because she's leaning against me on my back. Do you live around here? I moved in the morning, so I don't know many people. He takes his sweet time answering, but he does nevertheless. He raises his hand and points with his thumb to the building that I'm trying to get in. I live right here. Michael, I've been looking for you. A dirty blonde-haired girl opens the door and grabs him by the arm. It makes me realize how muscular this guy is. The girl looks up at me surprised. Oh, sorry, did my brother scare you? Well, at least there's one normal person in the family. Don't worry, we were chatting. Michael spoke to you? That's new. I don't want to cause a bad impression saying otherwise, so I just nod in response. You may have stood out to him. You're new, right? We don't really get many new neighbors around here. Name's Lori, by the way. That's right. I got here this morning. My name's Rose. It's a pleasure. Likewise, you're sweet, but we're in a bit of a hurry. I'll see you later around here. Don't hesitate to ask if you're out of salt. Her tone lets me know she's just joking in a friendly way, so I laugh and wave them goodbye. I choose to ignore the fact that Lori practically had to drag Michael upstairs once we got inside. Is that Mama's? What are you doing? I gotta switch back to the big chair. She's so used to it. She's like, what is this? It's like this chair has like the smallest back. It's like that thick. She's like, I can't fit on this. I won't ask why he's got a janitor suit or a mask. I'll just pretend it's totally normal. My door opens with a click and I enter my apartment. Is that Mama's? Is that Mama's? Okay, we're gonna save because I don't know if that's gonna cause an end game 2 now. Let's see. Defend yourself. What? I managed to startle myself up, cold sweat running down my face. I look at the ceiling and let out a deep sigh. A groan leaves my mouth as I pinch the bridge of my nose. This day can't get any weirder. I tried to sleep again, shifting positions. Miss. What are you doing? Chapter 2, a new idea. Kitty cat, what are you doing? Okay, we're gonna save here. I will... Sorry, my cat's being dumb. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. We will continue, and we'll see who we get to romance. So the reason why I play this right now, by the way, is because the update just happened. My dog knows about to end the video, so he wants to go potty. He can tell by the tone, I guess. They just had an update, like, an hour ago. So I was like, I gotta play this game now with the update. Oh, my God. So... thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to support the official release. I will link it down below. It's from itch.io. Support them. Give them some money. All right. I love you guys. Bye.